From the creators of Relevant Magazine, this is the Relevant Podcast.
I know when I'm meant to be, I'm not the one for you and you're not right for me. Tonight I've got this feeling, why don't we make it a real thing? I'll see you in the morning when everything's changed. And it's just the
It's Friday, June 1st, 2018, and it's the Relevant Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studios is Eddie Big Cat Koffels.
Yes. I am so much happier than I was the last podcast. We're ready to go.
Oh, good. Over there on the ones and twos, our illustrious producer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
On the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Hello.
And all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, author, speaker, podcaster extraordinaire, Annie F. Downs.
Good morning, gents.
We have a great show in store for you today. Coming up later, we talk to author, speaker, Lisa Bevere is on the show today.
Oh, I love her.
I have
Well
known
done.
Lisa since I was 10 years old.
Really?
Who is she? That's something
Did she
is,
ever babysit you?
No, she didn't.
something is blinking. How do I know her?
Her husband,
what a weird-
John Bevere, was an author for my parents' publishing company.
Oh, yeah, we talked about her a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about. Got it. Yes, I know who she
And
is.
and so they lived in Orlando. We knew them; they were family friends. And then she started writing and wrote like Christian health books. I remember this in the '80s, kind of like
Health?
yeah, like healthy eating from a like as a Christian, why you should like have a healthy lifestyle sort of thing.
Oh, boy.
And then that couple of those.
That back talk was not for her books. That was for me not reading those.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, oh boy, I probably should read a little bit of that.
She and I were speaking at the same conference a while ago, and her sons come and run her merch table. Do y'all know this about her?
No.
And they are attractive. They're good-looking dudes, right?
The
and when you have
Bevere-
good-looking
the Bevere
dudes at your
boys.
the Bevere boys, when
Oh,
you
I
have
can't-
Bevere boys at your merch table, your merch is gonna sell. It's like it's a thing. When you have dudes selling merch at women's conferences, merch sells.
I have a question about the Bevere boys. Maybe we should have them on, but to answer this. But for some reason, I don't know why, Annie, but when you describe them, I automatically had images in my head of who they are, and they're like sort of Ken dolls. And the Bevere
Yep.
boys go
But like
on
outdoorsy
Christian
because they live in Colorado, so they're
Yeah.
they're rugged
Yeah.
and masculine and
Yeah,
Ken dolls.
they're such nice dudes.
I
Yeah,
used to
keep
play
going.
roller
Describe
hockey.
them.
Here's
and then
my
I'll tell
question.
story.
Here's my question. Do they do like Christian Hardy Boy adventures? Like, do they solve mysteries and crimes together? The
Okay,
Bevere
that-
boys.
You are setting me up beautifully because here's what happened. We all get to the airport, and one of the brothers, one of the Bevere boys, has lost his watch. And the conference is over, and someone at the conference finds his watch, and he has to get on a plane. And so even though I do not know these people more than, I mean, I know Lisa, but I don't know the dudes at all. Somehow I end up being the one who has to run back out of security and get this guy's watch and run it to him at his airplane. And we're texting, and the woman from the event's texting, and I have to get on a plane that I am not flying on and find the kid. I think his name is Alec, and yell, Alec Bevere, I've got your watch.
Can we let you on the
Yeah,
plane?
that's him a watch?
Yeah, because I said, I've got this guy's watch. And they were like, and I said, a friend of mine, close, I have his watch. And she said, yeah, she walked with me. But yeah, she did. This was like 2 years ago, maybe in Oklahoma.
It's a fascinating
So we
thing.
solved a crime is what I'm saying. We solved a crime.
Was it stolen? Was it? You
No,
said
no,
this
he
was a
just left
crime.
it. It was a mystery. It wasn't a crime. I apologize. It was a mystery,
It would
not a
have been
crime.
better if it would have been better if there was a sleight of hand pickpocket villain involved that like shook
That's
the
me.
Bevere boys' hands and slid off the rich watch, and you helped solve the crime with the other
That's
Bevere
right.
boy.
And all the Beveres were flying on different airplanes. I do remember that part because I couldn't give the watch to Lisa because she wasn't flying on the plane with this particular Bevere boy.
What's fascinating to me is that the instinct was to run after him instead of just dropping it in FedEx and sending him his watch back. Like it was just like, let's
Listen,
take the hardest
I was
possible
just
route
the
to return a
gopher.
very small shipping item.
How many romantic comedies end
That's
with
a
a
meet
couple
cute.
getting together because one of them is running down the runway chasing a plane? This could have been that ending, Annie. You should have
But it's
let
like-
it depart.
I blew
And
it.
the Bevere boy's looking solemnly, not only at his empty wrist that once held a prize watch, but also a connection that just slipped through his fingers. All of a sudden, he looks out the window, and who has taken over over a luggage cart and is driving beside the plane right outside the window. Bevere boy, I've gotten the watch. And he like runs to the front of the plane and he tells the pilot, stop this plane. And then there's this whole thing. Fire trucks are coming. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But you guys get together right there.
Well, no,
You
but
should
she
have done
reads,
that.
as she's driving, she reads the inscription on the back that's just like, love you forever, Jen. And she's like, just stop
And then I
her.
just launch the watch and keep
Like-
driving.
Like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Then she
I'm gonna
looks, she
ship it
just
to him.
goes,
Forget it."
she turns
This
the
is too-
luggage cart and just, does a U-turn and see you later, Bevere boy. Yeah.
And just FedExes him his
And then I
watch.
take the luggage to the correct plane because I'm
Have
responsible.
Jen buy a replacement.
And let's not forget the fact that Chandler did mention in the middle of this that he played roller hockey with those guys too.
Yeah,
So
when I was a little kid.
Oh, really?
it's just a strange little
really?
add-on.
Our dads were friends, so
Just, I didn't want to
Yeah, I
miss
think
that.
they're your age, Chandler. They are like young 20s dudes. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, I see.
Chandler's in his 30s.
I'm 30.
Oh, that changed.
They might be like a year younger than me, but they were my age for sure.
How's that sit with you?
Are
Annie?
they? Sorry, buddy.
You're like- Look at
What?
I think she inadvertently burned you pretty hard.
No,
about
she
your
thought
age.
you were in your
Didn't
young
mean-
20s. That's a compliment.
No, that's cool.
It's a huge compliment.
I just assumed with your lot in life and what was happening, you must be a 22-year-old flounder.
I just assumed.
That's the same thing that Jonathan Merritt from the Faith Ankle said last week. He's like, well, I thought you were like 22 just from the way that you talk.
Like,
It's
no,
oh, okay.
I'm just not worried about everything, and I'm doing okay. I'm happy, so
And
that's
there's
why
a
you
lot
think
of
I'm
that
young.
video game. What is it? The Pokemon. That's what threw
That's
me
it.
off.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
That
Yeah.
But I
does
think the
skew you
world
a
of
The
you,
weird thing
Chandler,
is
it's
that
not
most
a-
people who play that are
not
like
for
50.
anybody.
It's like a much older person game at this point.
It's like, yeah, you slowly walk to things. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
just
exactly.
out for a neighborhood stroll.
They're free in the daytime. They're retired. You know, they go catch Pokemon.
Really? That is really who's playing it
Oh
now?
yeah, I've
Absolute
seen groups playing in the
100%.
parks. Yeah, they're all.
It's all old people.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
people
like
with.
the-
It's
I'm
kind
like
of
one
what
of the
happened to
youngest people.
Facebook. It was
like
the young
people
people at first,
Yeah.
and then the old people
Yeah.
got hold of it.
Yep.
There's a group that plays on the park by my house, and they all are like wearing like fanny packs and are walking their dogs with them.
and merch. Like
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
all be wearing like
Wow.
Pokemon shirts.
So
and
they're out. It's almost like the new mall walking.
It's
pretty much.
Yeah, that's right. It's
Oh wow!
it,
Yeah.
it
Who
actually
knew?
doesn't help your case.
Who knew
Chandler.
it shifted?
It's okay. I've embraced it.
I
do,
mean,
which I
Chandler's
like.
Chandler's essentially his life is half 22-year-old and half 62-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ah, okay.
I wish, and I mean this in a respectful way because it's going to come off as a burn.
Yeah.
But I wish I didn't care as much as Chandler doesn't care. Like you're just super cool about
I
stuff.
know.
And you're like, this is just what I'm going to do. I will
Yeah.
spiral in just the smallest little thing, and you're just like, no, this is how I'm going to roll. I respect it.
Well, thanks.
It was
I
also
think.
it was also a pretty hard burn.
Yeah. Got it.
all right, well, moving the show along, our Friday episode, again, this is almost, it's a month and a week into our new format. On the Wednesday episode, we do In Case You Missed It and our listener feedback and a guest. And on our Friday episode, we do Slices, a guest, and our Listener of the Week. So coming up later, we have our Listener of the Week. But right now, it's time for
Slices.
All right, what do you have, Jesse?
All right. Well, this kind of piggybacks on something I talked about yesterday, and that is my irritation at pilots using their job, which is pretty cut and dry, to workshop stand-up comedy material to literally a captive audience. You're belted into the seat. Like it's against an FAA regulation for me to get up and walk off the plane when when the pilot's doing comedy. I'm there. This kind of goes along those lines for what motorists in Maine were seeing over the holiday weekend. Okay, so they had those signs that like light up all over town, right, to tell you not to drink and drive. That's fine. I feel like if you're someone who is a responsible person, you don't need a reminder to not drink and drive. But that's fine. I have no
I
opposition
mean, they
to
say
that.
buckle up. They say, safety things.
Right.
Yeah.
But on holiday weekends in particular.
Ours says buzzed driving is drunk driving.
Drive
Yeah.
sober, get pulled over. That's what the one around here says.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
billboard going around town about driving high. Like driving high is DUI.
Oh yeah, because everything's because we can do
like smoke,
medical,
smoking
legal
the glue and stuff like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Smoking glue.
That's what the kids are doing.
They do.
glue?
They are.
Yeah, no one's thinking you're 22, Cameron.
I haven't seen. I will say this: the anti-glue sniffing and driving campaign has not made its way to my area.
nor here.
Yeah. Well, these ones I guess were about safe driving, speeding tickets, that type of thing. And here's what they said. Keep in mind, this is Maine. Okay.
Beautiful this time of year.
Spend money on lobsters, not speeding ticket. Here's how they spell lobsters. Lobstahs.
Lobster.
Lobsters.
Okay.
Lobster.
Spend money on lobsters, not speeding ticket. You know what I do when I see that lighted sign? I punch the gas and see how fast I can get going. Out of spite.
Hoping you get a ticket.
Yeah. How about this one? A cold supper is better than a ticket. Okay, then a hot ticket. So it's a cold supper, SUPPAH, is better than a hot ticket. Who do these people think they are? It's like all of a sudden, it's like Matt Damon's terrible dialogue from some Boston movie is taking over their their signs.
The official safety signage.
These are exactly. I'm supposed to take this serious. This is a life and death thing, and you're making a lobster joke.
Have you ever been to Maine, though?
I have never been to Maine.
Maybe what are you saying? They spell phonetically up there?
Well, I mean, I've been to Maine. And I don't think they think it's as much of a joke as we do. Like, I think they get that it's a joke, but it's not in them, like, lobster is kind of, okay, that's kind of how we say it.
Okay, so you're saying that the traffic commission or whatever was like, hey, what's the best way to get people not to speed on holiday weekend because it's very dangerous out there. A cold supper is better than a hot ticket. It's ridiculous. I think that people.
Okay.
I think there needs to be a provision.
They're localizing it, so that, like if all these properly spelled words were on the signs, the locals would think this is a national thing.
Right.
It's the man. It's big government. But they localized it to say this is a local issue, and we care about you, the Maine resident.
Our Tennessee ones are localized too. There's some southerny kind of stuff like that. I don't have any off the top of my head, but I have thought before, like, oh, that's cute that they're trying to like play off of us.
They write with a twang.
You know how this went down, don't you?
You hate it.
They had a bunch of people, a bunch of government employees in a room doing a joke writing session. One, that's a waste of our money. Two, this is the best they could come up with. There needs to be provisions. There needs to be provisions that no taxpayer money should be spent on dad jokes. These are terrible. That's the best
Somebody
they got.
felt so good about that cold supper hot ticket flip. Didn't
Oh
they?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, they just kick back. It's
They
gone
went
too
home
far.
and put it on Facebook
First of
that
all,
night.
I've gotten tickets, and they're expensive. I mean, parking tickets are not that bad, but speeding tickets are over $100 usually. You know,
They are
so
expensive.
what cold supper is that expensive? I'm like, that just sounds like
Doesn't
takeout.
make- doesn't make sense.
Lobsters.
That's a very
why don't you
expensive
spend
disc.
$7 on your McDonald's instead of speeding? I mean, it's not equitable.
I mean, I think the sign should just say, like, the average speeding ticket is for this area is $148. I'm like,
That's it.
That I don't want to have happen.
That
because
I do not want to have happen.
You know what? I can handle that for right now. I'm going to speed. I got 150
I had
to
a good
blow.
month.
Yeah, right.
What happens when I apply this logic to the cop that pulls me over? Hi, officer. How about I pay you in lobster? Oh, they're going to think that's just hilarious. License and registration, please. Oh, well, where do I put my lobster? Oh, they're just going to find that hilarious. Oh, man.
First of all, they would
love that.
Oh yeah, they'd all know each other though. So you got to remember they're calling the officer by the first name. They just had dinner with the officer last week. It's all just a little tiny town.
Either
up
way,
there.
even if this is someone who's like a deacon in their
Maine?
church.
Are you speaking about the whole state of Maine, Eddie? That all the cops know each
am.
other in
So
Maine?
you think the entire state of Maine is like that movie, that Francis McDormand movie, The Seven Signs movie, where everybody knows everybody in the town?
I'm usually not okay
love that
just
movie.
generalizing
Great movie.
cultures, but I've been to Maine and it's pretty much everybody knows everybody.
I've been to Maine too.
I
It's
love
lovely.
Maine.
Yeah, it's a lovely little place.
Even if that's the case, and this is someone who's like an elder in my church who I've known since I was a child. If I was in law enforcement and I pulled them over and we're chummy together, I just saw
Deacon
them,
Charlie
and he
pulled you
dropped a lobster joke on me. I would say, please step out of the car. You're under arrest right now, and I would take him away. I would take him away. This is inappropriate. This is not appropriate. There has to be some sort of social norm, even if we're friends. You don't go around telling these jokes to people. It's terrible. There has to be some decorum here.
The amount of injustice and things happening in the world right now, the things that literally you should be inflamed
Can
about.
I finish your sentence because we know each other so well?
Yeah.
This is at the top of them. This is as bad as it possibly
Those
gets.
lighted signs
Is he
were not
right?
made for
Passion.
jokes.
His passion is just his indignation
Those
about this
lighted
issue.
signs, the guy who created them, he's like, oh, this is going to be a good place for the city council to make their best lobster jokes. No, that's not why they were erected. If there's a hurricane, it tells you how to get out of town. I don't need, it's one thing on our church marquee. Okay.
Right.
You can be playful because it's not a legal issue.
That's what's happening. They're turning into church signs.
They are bad ones.
Safety signs are turning into bad church signs.
True.
I love
It's
a bad
true.
church sign.
Yeah, me too.
I will say, I just need to say something about Jesse because of how much we love him.
Yeah.
But like last week or Wednesday's show,
Yeah.
impassioned conversation from Jesse about the NFL
Racial
kneeling.
injustice and, yeah.
I mean, just really,
Yeah.
it is
Informed.
the exact same level
Yeah.
of passion for these signs, which is what I
literally.
love.
That's
It's
exactly
all,
right.
He
I'm
just
not
lives
trying to make
a-
any moral equivalency. I'm just saying it's
I
not
don't
bad
think
to
you
have
are
passion.
either.
I just not. It's not bad to have passion in your life. That's all.
This is the
That's all.
libertarian in him, though. This is literally, there is a root, real passion
Oh,
here
yeah.
because he really is thinking about the taxpayer money being spent on the time that it takes to
Oh, yeah.
not write a normal sign.
Oh, he's listening
He's
to Neil Bortz
preposterous.
and just going nuts.
It's preposterous what is happening, and it's a slippery slope to tyranny. First they take
Us
over the
having
traffic
royal weddings
signs.
and paying for royal weddings next.
Next thing you know, my tax dollars paying for the Queen to get a new fascinator, and I am not having it. It's ridiculous.
As you know,
Y'all, I'm watching The Crown right now. Have y'all watched The Crown?
I have not.
obviously.
Oh,
No,
yes.
yes. Eddie.
Okay,
I am
even if
treating
you're not
it
into
like
that stuff, it's still a really good show.
No, I've heard it's
Okay,
amazing.
okay.
I just, I've never had a
amazing.
moment where I'm sitting down in front of the TV and I thought, you know what I'm really in the mood for?
Yeah.
Is
It's
the
a good
Crown.
one.
Jesse,
though.
have you and Dana watched it?
No.
Oh man. I mean, Eddie, it's like I'm telling myself every minute, this is exactly how this conversation went in real life. This
yeah.
is a documentary film that I am watching.
Oh man, it is awesome. And
It's amazing.
Harry and Meghan are going on their honeymoon in Bree and I have
Lovely
been,
Orlando, Florida.
No, I've been to the hotel where they're staying, to the
Where are
lake,
they going?
the Fairmont on Lake Louise in Canada.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
It's gorgeous. It's breathtaking.
They're
gorgeous.
staying in the Commonwealth.
that's where we well, I've been there, so I guess I'm just saying. I guess I know the Royals pretty well. Like,
I guess they're one of us.
They're
just
following
like
in
us.
your footsteps, is
Yes.
what you're saying.
I got some
Yeah.
great discounts and deals for them for the area from when we went up there.
was-
So
Hey,
I'm
listen,
sure they'll be really excited.
Prince and Princess, I have a Groupon I would like for
and
me
Duchess.
to introduce you to.
I'd love to offer you.
She's not a princess; she's a duchess.
Yeah, she didn't make the cut
She's
for
the
princess.
Duchess of Sussex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but you knew that. You were just messing around.
All right, what do you have, Andy?
well, sorry, I meant to say who cares. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah. Sorry. That was my real thing.
I fell asleep there for a second when you mentioned Duchess. I was, what? I don't care.
Can I say one thing though, Annie? Didn't watching the royal wedding when they were doing all the famous people walking in? Didn't you want to see Claire Foy walking into the wedding?
100%. I
wouldn't
wanted
that
to
have
see the girl. I mean, because she plays Queen Elizabeth so beautifully in The Crown that I wanted to see her
Yeah.
invited. And I loved that night on Saturday Night Live where they had one of the sketches was the wedding reception and Prince Harry kind of introducing people who are at the wedding reception.
yeah.
And one of Meghan Markle's uncles sits down with Queen
Yeah.
Elizabeth is like, girl, you need to watch The Crown.
All right, more royal wedding talk. I'm sorry.
All right,
Keep
what do you have,
going.
Andy?
Okay, here's a question I don't know about any of you, actually. Do y'all have tattoos?
Yes,
Yes.
I have zero.
Zero?
No, I
Jesse?
No.
Chandler?
Chandler has great tattoos.
Yep.
That
Oh,
wasn't
yeah, Chandler does
again,
have
Chandler,
tattoos. You have
Chandler
lots of
just got a few new ones.
I have to preface that by saying that wasn't a burn. I really like Chandler's
Right,
tattoos.
right. He just
You
had
should
lots.
see he's got a Chimander. He's got a Pokemon. He's got a
Chimander.
and an Imagine Dragon. All of them, man. He's got them all.
I was at a Hillsong conference once, and famously, all the Hillsong pastors who are my age are all tatted up. And Brian Houston was out there, and they were just bantering, and they got talking about all the tattoos. And Brian Hughes is like, I'm fine with it. You guys look great, but I don't have any because you don't put a bumper sticker on a Maserati. I was like,
joke.
that's
I've heard
good.
that line before.
I like it.
It's not good. That's
I
terrible.
like it. Hey, that's dad joke level of
is-
safety
that is
road
dad-
signs.
Yeah, that is,
Yeah.
for sure.
That is cocky dad joke level, not like regular dad
And it
joke
was
level.
self-deprecating.
Well, he did flex it. He did flex his muscle and challenge Joel Houston to an arm wrestling match right now, right here.
Annie, do you?
I do have tattoos. So
More on that,
the reason
please.
I asked.
Wait, you just
Sorry?
said multiple. You said plural.
I do.
Wow.
I do. I have multiple.
Can you tell us?
Is it like
about
Ben
them?
Affleck's?
Yeah, that was my second one I got was a giant not Pegasus, Phoenix rising from the ashes. But to be fair, if I'm going to get one, it's probably a Pegasus rising from the ashes before I get a Phoenix.
But Annie, I would like to know what they are. You don't
Okay.
have to tell where they are, but what are they?
It's words. It's words on my wrist, and I use white ink. Y'all can't even see them. Theater of the Minds. I'm holding my wrist up. But
I've never seen that.
yeah, they're both in white ink, and one of them says grace, and the other says persevere.
Is it like invisible ink?
No, it's just white.
Like
and
if you
I'm
get
just
super
so pale that it is invisible on me. It looks like next time we're all in the same place, I'll show you. But it looks like a brand because it's the exact color of my skin.
If you get super tan, do they appear?
I don't, but if I did, like when yes, when I get like sunburned or if I change color besides a spray tan, they will stay white. Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Neat.
Tattoo your entire body with like messages for summertime.
Yeah,
because they only
and then
appear in
just get,
summer.
Like those
Have you
hypercolor
ever
shirts.
checked like the blacklight thing to see if it'll appear in a
Great question.
blacklight?
I chose not to get the blacklight ink. So I assume it doesn't.
I didn't realize it was a.
If you're ever in a blacklight
I didn't
room
either,
with Annie F. Downs, you notice her tattoos for the first time and also
Yeah.
the mustard stain that she thought had gotten out.
Yeah, never was
Annie,
removed.
so you're saying that if I get the Suns Out, Guns Out tattoos that I've been planning, I wait till the summer because that's the only time people will see them.
Yeah, that's right. If you get them in white ink. Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like it's perfect for you. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
great.
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I like it.
And so the reason I was
Sounds
asking
out,
y'all
sounds out.
is that this woman, I have a lot of friends who do this, who tattoo their kids' names on their bodies. And so this woman in Sweden got tattoos of all of her children's names as they were born, right? And so her son's name is Kevin, but the tattoo artist screwed up and tattooed Kelvin, Kelvin. And instead of changing her tattoo, she changed her son's name. He was 2 years old and she changed his name to Kelvin instead of changing his tattoo. That is beyond to me. That is insane to me.
A couple of things. One, every tattoo you've ever gotten, and I've gotten these, they like put it on your arm
And let you look
or
at it.
wherever, and you look at it and you approve it and you look at it again, and they say, you know what, let's give it 5 minutes, take a couple, look at it in a mirror, look at it from different positions. I mean, they could not be more retentive. I had to sign, when I had knee surgery, I had to sign my knee over and over and over again, affirming that they were getting a new knee surgery.
Yep.
How in the world does someone do a tattoo that is misspelled?
Well, I mean, like I've seen pictures of Nober Gertz and stuff.
Right.
I mean,
How is it
But
possible?
how did she
wasted,
not
that's
look
why.
when they put the tattoo, when they put the, what's it called? Like the, what would it be
It's like a
called? Like
stencil.
the outline, whatever it is, when they put the
stencil.
Yeah,
practice
it's just-
one on.
Yeah.
And because when they do, even with my white ones, when they do the practice one, it's in color so they can see
Yeah,
it,
it's
right?
like that purpley color, like a Xerox paper.
Right. Xerox paper. That's right. So when they do that one on her, why did she not go, you know what? That's not my kid's name. Instead, she went, you know what? My kid's name is going to match this tattoo. And she changed his name.
Well, I think she made the rational decision because it's easier to
course
change
you
a
do.
2 years old's name because he's never going to remember. Anything that happens before 2 is really not that big a deal.
plus, I
because
mean,
they're not gonna
Kevin's a
remember.
pretty
It's like
boring name anyway. So
2 years is a long time to call something someone something and then
like I
change
said, they're
it.
not-
they
they're gonna
probably
remember.
called
And-
him Kevy or something, little baby
Yeah.
Kev. I mean, you know, I mean,
Kelvin.
Kelv. But to answer your question,
Kelvin, like the
Annie,
temperature.
Yeah.
the way that happened is the tattoo artist was like, hey, listen, I got a court thing in like an hour. Are you cool if we just freehand this one? I cannot be late again. Seriously, you know. But again, it's easier to change a 2-year-old's name. It's easier to change like anything that happens before that age. Like I said, they're not going to remember. It's like it didn't happen. It's like he was never named Kevin. He doesn't. He won't know if they don't tell him.
No, except his birth certificate still says Kevin, I'm sure. But I guess maybe when you change your name, do you get a new birth certificate when you change your name?
I think you would.
I know that you do. Yeah,
you
get a new birth certificate.
birth certificate.
Yeah, they issue you a new birth
Yeah,
certificate.
it's your new identity.
Because Eve.
It's like when you get saved. It's you're born again. You get a new paper.
Oh boy. Wait, so
no,
when
that's right, yeah.
Eve was not Eve when she was born in Ethiopia.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when kids come home, if nothing else, and every parent decides to do different things, but they don't have your last name. So at least they're going from their given name to and adding on your last name.
Right.
And so there is a full name change that has to happen. And so, yes, they end up getting a new birth certificate, an American birth certificate with their changed name on it. And so, yeah, you can, when you change your name, you got to
Okay,
get a
so
new birth
Kelvin
certificate.
just will never know, except that somehow
know.
she
Exactly.
told the
It made
story.
international news.
Yeah. So now Kelvin knows because his mom talked to a reporter. But before that, she could have kept it to herself.
What did
her
like,
little
how
secret.
did that become international news? Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, did
It
she
was
call somebody?
It was one.
And it
That's
was
a
on
great
NPR,
point.
You know
Cameron. So it's not like a no news station. It's not like
I mean,
the
I think she did this
Beacon.
looking for attention, and she got word out.
Yeah, she posted it. She had to have like
she
posted
Probably
it.
tweeted it, just got retweeted a bunch.
Oh, yeah, that could do it.
She probably said it, and then I'm going to call Laxmi Singh and get her to talk about this on NPR. That's my move there.
But like if I did something like that was that embarrassing, and who knows if I haven't,
just keep it to yourself.
like I am not talking about
that's
it
what I'm saying.
anywhere. I mean, I'm not even clearly I'm not bringing it in here, but I'm not even doing a little like private thing to a friend. Like it just doesn't exist.
But you have even your friends, you can just like gaslight them. You're like, when your kid's named Kevin, I've been calling him Kevin for like 2 years. No, it's been Kelvin.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
Kelvin.
been mispronouncing it. It's Kelvin. See, the tattoo
I'm
says
embarrassed.
Kelvin.
I've heard that a couple times. What's gaslighting mean? I keep hearing that phrase and I don't know
That's
what
what
it
the
means.
kids are doing with the glue.
Jonathan Merritt taught me this. I didn't know until Jonathan Merritt, host of the Faith Angle, taught
But
me
I
what
keep
gaslighting
hearing it
is.
and I should. Yeah, so
It's
what
when
does
you
it
make
mean?
someone else think they're crazy or think that they're, like someone knows something and you make them think that what they think is wrong and that they're the ones who are,
Yes.
crazy
The
for
example
thinking
Jonathan
that.
used is if he and I walked into a room and the lights were off, and then he turns the light switch on and says, I didn't just turn the lights on. The lights have been on this whole time. And I was like, no. We walked into a dark room, and he's like, no, the lights have been on this whole
The
time.
definition on Google is to manipulate someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity.
I see. No collusion.
Yeah.
How could there be collusion? I understand.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go.
That's the context I've heard it in. I understand why people are
Sure.
using it. That's what I've heard. I see.
It's a reference to like an old movie that the protagonist anyway. But the word gaslighting has nothing to do with the definition. It's a reference to like an old movie about
where
someone
they
who
were
tricked
literally
someone.
using,
Yeah. It's Weekend at Bernie's too. It's
electric
he's
boogaloo. Is that what
alive.
y'all always say?
He's alive. Yeah.
Well, anyhow, first of all, thank you for allowing me to do this slice. And Chandler, thank you for being such a great producer. I would really like to talk about this. I really did a terrible job with this intro. There was a study done recently that talks about how essentially Americans are one of the few cultures that actually care at all about saying thank you. And so this recent study was done that said that in most cultures, they did a study of major languages within major cultures. So they studied Italian, Russian, Polish, and English. And it said that like in all these different instances of casual conversation where people were helping out, in America, there is a much higher percentage of people saying thank you than the rest of the entire world. Like Polish speakers only say thank you 2% of the time. The average
Really?
for the entire world is 5.5%. And I thought of this because, of course, like any parent probably, or I guess any American parent, we are constantly saying, okay, so when they bring you your food, what do you say?
Yeah.
Thank you, right? So we teach our kids to say thank you. We are saying thank you to each other. Just
I have noticed that like you'll say it to a server, they'll say thanks. You'll be like, thanks. And it's like,
thank you. We're all thanking each other. So the idea is,
Except for Chick-fil-A. They say my pleasure.
my pleasure.
My
Yeah.
pleasure.
My
So what
pleasure.
was interesting about this is that the researchers said that it basically comes down to a basic like how we view social interactions in America versus how the rest of the world views it. So they said, quote, our basic stance, our being in America, our basic stance is one of reciprocity. So it is a give and take society. You're doing something for me. I'm appreciating that. I'm doing something for you. Like there's a back and forth, but in most of the world, it's just understood that we're going to do nice things for each other. So if you just hand someone something, they're not surprised because of course that's just what you do. You're not owed
But
anything.
you don't acknowledge the nice gesture?
But that's what was interesting about this is just simply being in the same place is an acknowledgement that things are as they should be. Nobody would like, we're saying basically the study is saying that by us saying thank you, we're saying like, that was a thing I didn't quite think or know that was going to happen. And you did that and I acknowledge it. So I appreciate that. Where the rest of the world, it is just, it's like the baseline assumption
It's appreciation.
is that you're just going to be doing things for each other.
You don't need to express the gratitude for them to know that you are grateful.
Yeah.
Right,
So that's exactly right. So they found differences across the different cultures, but they found that like 14.5% of the time Americans say thank you, which was pretty high compared to most other cultures.
But I mean, when I think of English culture, like, how proper manners and things like that, I would think they would be off the charts about saying thank you and having good manners, showing appreciation.
I would think they would say something weird that I've never even heard before, like "Oh, to you, sir," or something like what? Is that?
That
Are you
was
asking me a
literally
question?
the worst English accent.
Well, it is. Thank you is higher among English speakers. That doesn't count all English speakers, but it is much higher within U.S. English speaking. So in Great Britain, they're saying thank you more than most of the world, but nobody says thank you more than the U.S.
That surprises me.
It surprises me too.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Chandler.
Thanks, Eddie, for the slice. But
Yeah,
I have
no problem,
just
buddy.
back to the my pleasure thing at Chick-fil-A. I have a friend who every time he hands someone like a Chick-fil-A employee money, every time he hands them money, he goes, "My pleasure," and just stares at them, and it's always like, "It's your move. It is your move." And he says 90% of the time they're totally thrown, like they're like jarred, like what? Well, I just got my pleasure. What do I do here? You know?
My pleasure.
So next time you're at Chick-fil-A, hand them money and just go, "My pleasure,"
And
just-
lead with, and
I
see what
just got
happens.
my
yeah,
pleasure.
because
funny.
at that point it's weird if they say it. You know,
Yeah.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you.
no, the pleasure. The pleasure is mine, and I'm the customer, and I'm right. So
Yeah,
my
so-
pleasure. You're going to be
My-
fired.
no,
if
You
no,
don't
can't
say
have
it.
the pleasure. It's my pleasure.
No, my pleasure.
Yeah,
Hold on.
you
Who's
can't have it. You cannot have it. It is mine. The pleasure. Yeah. I need to see a manager right now. Your employee tried to take my pleasure, so
The least favorite little nuance that we did is when people apologize for no reason. Like if you're walking in a room and somebody's walking out, they're like, "Oh, sorry." Like, why are you apologizing? Everybody's just
Well,
going.
did they bump into you or something?
No, no,
or-
no. People do that. Like, start paying attention to the number of times people say sorry to you when it's just completely like there's no possibility that they did anything wrong. I feel like I hear that constantly, and I was just gonna be like, "What did you say?"
Here's the question, Eddie. Then,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like if physical contact is made, it's an apology.
No,
Yeah.
I get that. I would say sorry if I bumped into someone, but the number of times it's just like there's a normal social interaction where nobody could have done everything differently. Oh, sorry.
Like, give an example.
It was just that. Somebody, you're opening up the door to walk into a bathroom. Somebody is right there about to walk out. You've never touched. You're just going to have to
But you're in their way slightly, so you're just. I'm sorry.
sidestepping.
I'm
We're both
sorry,
just doing the
excuse me.
same thing. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me. Say, you mean like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Like, and they say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
instead of
Is that what
excuse
you
me.
wish that we would just say, excuse me more? Like, pardon
Yeah, or
me?
or just like hello or something, or just
Oh,
go.
I am literally
just-
never opening a bathroom and saying hello. That
Well,
is
every
not
time
gonna
I've
be
ever
the
run
move.
into the bathroom with Jesse, he just looks at me and goes, "My pleasure."
Yeah, I was going to say, once let's say I walk into a stall, it's unlocked, and I like, I don't say sorry,
Yeah.
my pleasure, and I close the door. It's very, I've been removed from several restaurants for that, and I agree, Eddie, it makes no sense. I'm being courteous here. I'm playing by European rules, apparently. you
But
know?
it doesn't even come close to my least favorite
Also,
one.
bathroom interactions, European
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My least favorite
boy.
one ever, and my dad uses this by default, is no worries. It's like, one, you can't
yeah.
tell me not to worry.
Yeah.
And
I have high anxiety.
Yeah, no
Who are you
worries.
to diminish my issues.
Who was worried? Why were we worried about this? Yeah, I'll
would
meet
you
you there at
rather-
5
'cause I
o'clock.
said-
I
No
wasn't
worries.
worried.
No worries.
I wasn't
Why am I
worried.
worried about this?
Is he from Minnesota?
And if I was, you can't. Nobody can tell. But I hear no worries all the time. You're
I
like,
say no worries all the time, but I'm more
so
saying to
do I.
them, I'm not here to add worries to your life. Oh, sorry, Annie, I'm late. I'll be there in 10 minutes. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No
but,
stress.
but even
No,
that has
the
a
worry.
certain
The worry. I
like,
see, Eddie. I think you're projecting the worry on yourself. When I say no worries, if someone's like, "Yeah, exactly, I'm going to be late," or "Hey, can we move this thing around?" or this or that, I'm saying no worries. And I'm not worried about it. It's not causing any stress for me. I think you're projecting the worry on yourself.
No, because that's a fairly appropriate use of it. I still don't
Right.
love it, but I'm getting it's like you're trying to absolve someone of like a moment that could have tension by saying, "I am
Yeah.
not experiencing any
Well, it's kinda
displeasure
like
in this
saying no
moment."
Yes,
problem or
you're
something
not
like that,
causing
you know?
me
Well, it's
any concern.
Yes,
causing
the
any
no worries, no
problems.
problem is like, hey, can we go get hey, we ran out of ketchup at our table. Do you have another ketchup? Yeah, no worries.
no worries.
Like, what? Who was worried about this? You're doing your job. I'm sitting here eating lunch. Why is anybody worried? And if I was worried about it, well, that's on me. It's ketchup. But I feel like if you pay attention to this, you'll hear sorry and no worries at weird times where you just realize it's like a verbal tick. Thank you.
Is this some sort of gaslighting?
Clever. Very clever.
Wow.
Chandler.
I
back
walk into
around.
places and just scream pleasure. Pleasure!
By the way, the
don't
origin
even
came
say
from
mine.
a stage play called Gaslight, and it was made into a movie in the 40s. So that's why it's called gaslighting. It's like one of the main characters does it to the other main character.
Yeah.
Very
Fake
much.
news. Next.
Nice. All right. Well, that'll do it for Slices. Stay tuned. Up next, Lisa Bevere joins us.
I'm cool, I'm upset. 100,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. You tryna check? This is real life. Think we playing chess. So what's next?
You're listening to Drake. The song is I'm Upset. It's his. I am here for Drake. Any rapper coming after Drake. I am here for the response and the back and forth.
Yeah, same.
I'm upset. There you go. At the beginning of the podcast, you heard Maddie Jane with Ideal. Well, this week's show is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a landing page, a beautiful gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it's all included with your Squarespace website. Creating a site with Squarespace is a simple, intuitive process. You can add and arrange your content and features with a click of a mouse. They also make adding a domain to your site simple. If you sign up for a year, you'll receive a custom domain for free for that year. Design a best-in-class online store with Squarespace's award-winning templates, customizable settings, and more, all without a single plugin, including all the tools you'll need to track inventory, process orders, and send custom emails in one intuitive interface. Squarespace Commerce allows you to understand every aspect of your business, and they also have award-winning customer support. We have used Squarespace for years. We used to do our Oscars.biz sites on it, all of the Trapped in a Cage sites, all of our weird little side things. Jesse and I will make on
Not the best
Squarespace
endorsement.
websites.
You missed a lot back in the days before you, Annie.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be a lot more to come.
I was listening. Don't worry. I was listening. I just wasn't. When I was talking back, no one was hearing me. That's how it used to be.
Go right now to squarespace.com/relevant for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use the offer code RELEVANT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. A friend of ours, Andy Barron, told me the other day he recently moved he relaunched his website, andybarron.com. He's a great photographer. / on Squarespace.
Andy.
And he told me that he used our offer code and he thanked me for it. I appreciated that.
Andy Barron.
Good old Andy Barron. Well, Lisa Bevere is a popular speaker, best-selling author, and is the co-founder of Messenger International, along with her husband, John, an organization committed to developing uncompromising followers of Christ who transform their world. In her latest book, Adamant, Lisa explains the importance of clinging to biblical truths, even as opinions on social, spiritual, and political issues constantly change. Here is our conversation with Lisa Bevere.
So the new book, Adamant, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but lately it seems like up is down, right is wrong, red is blue. Any we ever had as some kind of stability, foundation, boundary in our life has been brought into question. And so I actually tend to write the books I need. I embarrassingly am an ENFP and an Enneagram 7. So I actually have to ground myself, or I am just a balloon that will float away with everybody else's emotional experiences. So I have to say, what do I believe and why? And so this was a book of actually my journey on that.
It sounds kind of like the talk that we've heard about postmodernism, and I don't know where we are now. I don't know if we're postmodern, whatever. But the idea of absolute truth, and that a lot of people kind of look at things from their own experience and say, it's kind of relative. What's good for you is good for you. What's good for me is good for me. Is that kind of the thing that you're addressing?
Yes, and I needed to know. I mean, if I have a truth and you have a truth, then is it really a truth, or is it a story, or is it a journey, or is it an experience? And I think that we have things that are true of that change. Like it's true of me right now that I have 4 grandkids, but I want it to be true of me in 5 years that I have 10. Speed I end up with 4. So true of can change according to my circumstances, according to my seasons. There's things, Andrea, I would have fought for that I said, I believe this is a hill to die on 10 years ago that I probably don't even believe in. So that kind of thing is what's going to fluctuate. But truth isn't a what. Truth is a who. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And then he went on a little further with that. And he said, no one comes to the Father except by me. And so do we believe that Jesus is the way, Because if he is the way and not just the best way or our favorite way or our American way, then, we've got to submit to what he says. And a lot of times people don't want to hear that. They want Jesus to be their favorite way, but not the only way.
Could you say a little bit more about Jesus as truth? Obviously, the scripture, he says, I am the truth. But I feel like for people who are not familiar with that scripture, then they might say, I don't even get that. What do you mean truth as a person? What does that mean to you that Jesus is the truth?
Yeah, thank you for letting me explain that. So, it's interesting. If you go back to the book of John, it says that the word was made flesh. That means, and when we say the word, we're like, what is that? Well, God's word. God actually spoke everything that you and I see now into existence by the power of his word. So when it came time, God sent his only begotten son. He spoke his word into the womb of a virgin girl who said, be it unto me according to your word. And so she received this child, and this word became flesh. And it dwelt among us. And when we say the word became flesh, that was the expression Jesus. So everywhere Jesus went, everything he did, how he interacted with people was an expression of the word made flesh. And so we believe that the scripture is truth. So when Jesus is talking, he's praying to the Father, and he's saying, Father, sanctify them in truth. Your word is truth. So Jesus walked according to the word, and he is the word. So those two things merge truth. So there's a lot of people who pursue truth, but that doesn't mean they are the truth. And so Jesus is the only one that made the claim that he was the truth. Buddha said, I'm pursuing truth. Muhammad pursued truth, but Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Tell me about the title adamant. Why that word to summarize this idea?
Well, so I have to step back a little bit. In 2005, I actually was sent this long letter by an anonymous person that I still don't know who they are. If they're out there, yay, I'd love them to contact me. But they used that word adamant 5 times in kind of a prophetic word to me. And at the time, I thought adamant meant stubborn and unyielding. And I was like, okay, what exactly are they calling me? So what are they suggesting that I need to be? So time passed. That was in 2005. 2016, I found myself in all these conferences. There was diamonds here, diamonds there, diamonds everywhere. And I was like, okay, there's sex trafficking, there's refugees, there's gendercide going on. And the American women are twirling around in T-shirts calling themselves diamond. And I was really annoyed. Back in my hotel room, I was like, all right, God, I've got to minister, and I need to have the right attitude. And he said back to me, used to love it when I called you my diamond. And I was like, wait a minute. What? So I called home and I was like, hey, got one of my 4 sons, go on top of my hutch, on top of my desk, pull out this black box. There's like this shiny paper prophetic poem thing. Can you read it to me? And he screenshot it. And all of a sudden I saw this word, and then it was like a rabbit hole. All of a sudden I started going down, and I said, wait a minute. Adamant. Adamant was first a noun before it was ever an adjective or an adverb. It meant invincible. The Greeks had this idea of a mineral or a stone that would be impervious to heat, that it would be magnetic, where it would draw but not be drawn, that it could gather light rays and redirect it, that it would be woven so tightly that every lesser stone or metal would fragment underneath it, and they called it adamant. I think they were looking for something they had yet to see. I think that God weaves each of us with a desperate longing for something that's a mystery, something that's more than we can discount, something that's more than we can have already experienced, but this longing that's inside of us. And they looked ahead, and I believe they saw a cornerstone. I believe they looked ahead and they saw Nebuchadnezzar. Well, actually, I'd look back to this one, but Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel, where it said, I saw a stone not carved with hands, and how the stone hits the images that are man-made, grinds it into chaff, and then the stone becomes a mountain and fills the entire earth. And I was like, wait a minute. Jesus is the adamant. Jesus is that invincible, constant, unyielding stone. And God is adamant in love as he is adamant in holiness. He is completely and constantly. He never changes, which means actually I get to be able to change. If it was a moving target, Andrea, what would I do? if I had a religion that's the way, if you do A, B, and C, D, E, F, it might work out for you, but that's not what God is. He set something in motion a long time ago, and now he's finishing it. And this is this idea where he is saying, I have loved you. I have loved you with an everlasting love. It's not, I will love you once you earn it. I have loved you. And so we're not on a stone, white knuckling it. We're in a stone. So we need to actually say, do we really believe that truth is a rock, or do we think it's a river like our culture is telling us? Because if it's a river, we're going to be taken downstream.
So what do you want readers to walk away with this? After, when they close the book, what is the thing that you really hope that they take with them?
I hope that they're going to actually be able to receive the love of God and personally, and the ability to discern between truth and love. So I want them to merge those things where I'm like, okay, am I speaking in truth and love, or am I speaking truth without love, or am I speaking love without truth? I actually want great conversations, because Andrea, I don't think I know it all, but I do think that we need to have the right conversations with the right people. And I don't think social media is the right people. It might be right conversations, but we're doing a lot of things in the church right now where we're kind of going, look at the bride. Isn't she an idiot? Wow, we're so smart. They're just stupid. That's not helpful. Yeah. And so I'm all about the Godfather. You never tell someone outside the family what you're thinking. So let's have the right conversations about this. I kind of was hoping this would be a catalyst. Yeah. So I actually started something where I offered an adamant experience that would be conversations and live events. And we had 3,000 women sign up, and they had to pay. So, I mean, they were like, we want to be part of something where we can ask tough questions without being judged for being liberal or being judged for being a legalist. We want to have a conversation, and that's not really happening a lot. There's a lot of, hey, we'll welcome everybody at the table, but as soon as somebody disagrees with you, you get kicked off the table. So I think that I really wanted to see conversations happen, and I don't like the 80% of the millennials are leaving the church because they feel like the church is mishandling certain things that I think if we had the right conversations, we'd be able to handle it better.
That was Lisa Bevere. Stay tuned. Up next, it's our Listener of the Week.
Polygons and problems. We can make it happen. Following our pattern. I know every crease and every fold. These lies will tell us where we need to go. We tessellate, cast a new shape. 1,000 cranes to come and fly us home.
You're listening to Woods. The song is Origami. Okay, it's time for our Listener of the Week.
You listen to the show, and it's time to get to know you. It's the Listener of the Week.
All right, every week for the last couple months we've looked through Twitter. You guys have been sending us the 3 interesting facts about yourself, and Jesse has perused them, and every week has been selecting a Listener of the Week who joins us. This week, Jesse has selected Isaiah Struve. Welcome to the show, Isaiah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Where are you calling us from?
I'm south of Austin, Texas.
Are you in some sort of bird habitat?
We're hearing birds.
Yes, I work at a bird refuge. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just outside because for whatever reason, inside does not work for Skype.
Okay.
What do you do in Austin, Isaiah? If not rehabbing
or
injured
south of
birds?
Austin. He's a rancher, clearly.
Yeah. Everybody in Texas has a horse. I'm actually a youth pastor.
There you go.
All right.
Okay. Have you ever incorporated birds into your ministry?
He has a birds of prey teaching that he does.
I haven't thought about that, actually.
There's a lot of bird references in the Bible. You should look into it.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Really check it out.
Yeah. Jesse, when you were looking at Isaiah's facts on Twitter, why don't you tell us the 3 facts that caught your eye?
Okay, one of them is about lobster. And Isaiah, real quick, how do you feel about the pronunciation of lobster as lobster? Does it really grate on your nerves like it does mine?
No, not really. I mean, that sounds a little bit more ethnic and exciting.
Wow.
Are you a big Ben Affleck fan?
Gosh.
No, not really.
Okay.
I was kind of raised in that conservative Christian household. Didn't watch a lot of movies growing up, and so
Okay, before we get
Have
to your
you
interesting
indulged in
facts,
that, or
I
are you
want
still
to
rocking
peel
it?
back this a little. You weren't allowed to watch Ben Affleck movies, but what was your favorite Christian movie? Well, when you were a kid, what was the one you watched over and over again?
Yes.
I think. Oh, this is a deep cut. It was a Bible Man episode.
Oh, sure.
I think it was the one about like
With the Charles in Charge guy.
lying or something like that.
Yeah.
The dude had green hair. I'm remembering it now. So
your favorite, this is Eddie. It's nice to meet you. Your favorite episode was, your favorite thing to watch as a kid was a specific episode of Bible Man.
yeah, it's definitely, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's also brings hope.
No,
Hope
don't feel
and
shame
hope for
about
the
that.
future.
You're allowed to like that. I don't know why Eddie wanted to heap shame on you about
Six
that. You can
Lives
have a
of the
favorite.
Fiddler.
You didn't say it was your favorite when you were 28. Well, as a kid's allowed to have a
Chandler's-
favorite Bible
Chandler
Man
just
episode.
IMDb'd this.
Yeah.
What was the episode name?
The 6 Lives of the Fiddler.
The Fiddler.
Obviously,
that
they take
sounds
off of
about
the
right.
Riddler.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hence the green.
Yeah.
So Isaiah, what's curious is it is like I have no issue with it either. The Willie Ames was doing fine work at the
That's
time.
right.
But
Good job, Jesse.
it is interesting. It was one episode that it was something about the Fiddler one. You just won. So I guess my question to you is, how do I know that any of these facts are actually true? If you were if you were so
I
attached
mean,
to
You're
the
so
Fiddler.
just gonna have
inspired by the
to
Fiddler.
trust a complete stranger.
His mom
Well done,
made him
Jess.
watch that episode as punishment because he fibbed all the time.
Yeah,
so
that's
Yeah, I know
what
better.
I think.
What are you at a denomination? What kind of church are you at? What kind of youth director are you at?
I'm in an Assemblies of God church.
Okay. That's nice.
Is it like
good.
old school Pentecostal Assemblies of God or like contemporary non-denom Assemblies of God?
Kind of straddling the fine line between the two. Lots of young families in the church, but there's also the older saints, the super saints, as we like to call them. The
super saints. That's his Bible Man.
Sounds like a Bible Man episode.
That's a good. The Super Saints was a good episode.
Yeah.
Okay, Super Saints versus the Fiddler. Oh man,
That's actually the team. It's like the Super Saints.
yeah, the
all of
Super
them.
Saints. Yeah.
They battle the Fiddler. Okay, so Isaiah, in college, you had a pet lobster. Did you go to where did you go to college where you were able to keep a lobster alive enough to have it as a pet? Because don't they live to like 70 years if you let them?
Yeah, it was a spur of the moment purchase. Me and some friends went to the local grocery store and grabbed a lobster. We didn't quite know what we were going to do with it yet, but we knew that it was just a necessary item to have.
Yeah.
And so we snuck it on the haul, and we kept it alive for probably about 12 hours. 6 of those it spent in the shower, where the roommates. Yeah. We just turned on the shower and just let it.
You know
let
they
it
need
hang out
salt
there.
water.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my question, Isaiah. Instead of giving it like a very painful but very quick death in a boiling pot of water,
Delicious death.
He died his slow death in a college dorm shower, is what I'm getting at.
Where you actually have to wear sandals to enjoy that shower. That thing is just
Well,
You're trying to keep
it's
them
all the
alive
lobster
in there.
germs.
Please tell me,
God bless
at the end of the 12 hours, you and your friends ate your new friend.
No, we actually just we threw it in a sleeping friend's bed.
sure. Yeah.
College boys.
Delightful
do.
seafood awakening.
I had a college reunion this past weekend.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did
we went
you?
up for a friend's 40th birthday, and it was just all of the whole group from college, from University of Florida. Go Gators. And
Yeesh.
you're never funnier than you were in college, but you're also never more thoughtless. Like, it was like, yeah, let's do this completely dumb thing right now. We're going to
Yeah,
buy a
yeah.
lobster
Oh,
and
totally,
just put it in the
totally.
shower. Because, like, you knew he's not going to eat it. Like, that is definitely going in a buddy's bed. Like, that's 100%. That's the rule.
That's either going in a toilet and waiting for someone to go and have an unpleasant surprise, or it's going in a sleeping friend's bed.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Can you imagine going in there in the middle of the night and just sitting down and then like something in your peripheral just right before you sit, you
Yeah.
catch it in the corner of your eye, and you
and
look, and there's a lobster looking back at you.
And then it's honestly, it's that person's responsibility to get the lobster out
to
and do
remove
something
it.
with it at that point. Because you can't leave. You no longer have plausible deniability if there's a lobster in that toilet.
On the whole hall smelled like lobster for the rest of the semester, and it was just really gross.
That is horrific.
Funny.
All right, what's
It
the
is.
other facts, Jesse?
Okay. So you once committed a drive-by with bottle rockets rockets.
Oh my
how did this
gosh.
transpire?
I like that you sound surprised. Like you tweeted it too.
Yeah. So in high school, my dad went up to Wyoming because growing up in Colorado, the fireworks are illegal. And so he went up to Wyoming and probably spent close to $600 on fireworks.
Yeah,
Comes back and gives me and my friends like 3 big packs of bottle rockets. And he says, just don't get caught. And then just walks away. Like washing my hands of what's about to happen. And so we decided that we were going to just drive around and shoot them out of my friend's sunroof as we were driving.
As you should.
Then we took a side street down our neighborhood and we found a group of kids that we knew from the rival school in town.
Yeah.
And so I figured, hey, we know those guys. They'll think this is funny. So we just started shooting bottle rockets at them and then drove off.
Oh, my God.
And we never got caught. But I'm pretty sure if I came across one of those people today, they might be missing an eye.
Oh,
You have no idea.
Interestingly, this is a little known fact. This is what the film Boys in the Hood was based on.
Yeah, and also, Annie, the fact that you said no idea was a nice joke that I don't even know that you picked up. That was fun.
Thank you.
Did you hear like a blood curdling scream as you were peeling out?
Yeah, and a couple other words that we can't say.
wow.
So did you say you were? I missed it. Did you say you were in high school or college?
It's words that he can't say.
This
Like,
was high
darn
school.
it.
This was high school.
Okay.
Golly.
Because the other story was about college, and then I was listening to this one, and you said rival school, and I thought you had a rival college in town, and I like that even better.
No.
Yeah.
Our rival was Evangel University when I was in college.
Oh,
Does anyone else picture like Isaiah going to like a class reunion with or like running into one of these people at like the mall or something years later, and they're wearing an eye patch, and you're just like,
oh man,
hey, good to see you. I didn't even notice you had the eye patch, so I got right up close. Now I definitely see it.
I definitely had something to do with that.
This one, you were an intern somewhere, and your assignment was to fire another intern that was older than you as an intern. That sounds like the worst internship ever. How did this go down?
Interns
Isaiah?
fire interns.
This was back to college days. I was interning at my home church, and just for the summer. And there was another guy that came from another school. And he was in his 20s, early 20s, probably like 21 or 22. And he was working with the youth ministry, and so was I. And it came out that he was getting a little bit familiar with some of the students.
Oh.
And in a negative way. Yeah, this might be taking too dark of a turn. But the senior pastor called me in.
Good react. Good
said,
note.
Yeah, dude.
And so I had to. The senior pastor gave me the responsibility to let this intern go by the end of the week. And so
What? Why are you?
I did that day, and it was
Eddie, go.
very
Eddie,
uncomfortable
say it.
because I was 18 and he was just a few years older than me, but definitely had life experience.
Why wouldn't the pastors deal with it? Why wouldn't the pastors deal with it?
The other intern was older than you, Isaiah?
Yeah, just a couple years.
I'm about to get
older than me.
riled up.
Why would the pastors pass the buck like this?
Well, hold on. Let's first just fast forward. Are these pastors or pastors still a pastor at a church? Have they all just exploded their life already?
This pastor is still at that church. And I don't know whatever came of the intern. I think he blocked me on everything.
What was his?
So
Yeah,
I don't
for
know
sure
what
he
happened.
did. Why did the student pastor make you do that instead of handling that himself? Do you remember what he said to you about why you had to do it?
We didn't have a student pastor at that time. I was kind of covering that
Senior
position.
pastor. Got it. Oh.
Wow.
That's still pretty
Lord have
unbelievable.
mercy.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was interesting. There's a lot more to this story, but I don't think that would be appropriate for public.
Now, all of a sudden, you blinding people with bottle rockets is not the worst thing we've heard all day.
Yeah, not near as bad.
Wow. Well, man, thank you for joining us as our listener of the week, Isaiah. It was
Definitely.
We
It
got
was a good time.
lobsters, we got college pranks, we got drive-by bottle rockets, and then we got a really, really dark story about
A really dark story at the end. Isaiah, how long have you been listening to the show?
Oh, probably about 4 years.
4 years.
Well,
Look at that. Well,
Isaiah,
thanks for
my
listening.
pleasure. My pleasure.
This is
Thank
this is
you,
my favorite
Isaiah.
part that we get to make a new friend every week who's already been friends with us. I think it's the best.
Thanks for listening, man.
No worries, buddy.
All right. Talk to you
luck.
later. Thanks.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Isaiah, you're now still listening to the show because you were excited to hear yourself, and we're going to now need to talk about that.
Yeah.
And how completely weird that was. So I am sorry for you, but that was
So
crazy.
disturbed.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not Isaiah's problem,
That's
but
not
that is
Isaiah's
a
problem. Yeah, you
that
should
third
say that,
story.
Eddie. This is not
In
Isaiah's
leadership,
fault.
I can't imagine that any leader of any organization, let alone a church, would pass the buck about an issue that egregious.
And the fact that
That's
Isaiah had to do it, and I mean, like you're a young intern, you don't know what's. You don't have
don't know
the-
what's okay and what's not, or normal
Because
or what's
now
not.
I'm sure Isaiah would have been like, no.
No,
But
no,
like
no,
back
no.
then, you're just
You
like
do
a
it.
kid figuring it
Well,
out.
and he said he was kind of pseudo filling in as the student ministry.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I mean, that
still,
is
the student,
just
the
monstrously.
senior pastor should have known better. That is.
That is like it's unfathomable.
Why would you ever put a college student in that? Oh, listen.
Yeah, you handle that.
Salty. All the way from Nashville, Tennessee, Annie Downs is salty about this story.
It sounded like it was on like criminal level because he said that the guy was a few years older than him. He was 18. Students would be under 18.
Oh, no.
Like that's like a whole nother step. You know what I mean? Like not like
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Isaiah,
law
sorry.
breaking. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
We need to get the law involved in that.
We had this lovely moment with a friend, but now
Man,
we
that's
cannot
crazy.
get over that third
I
story.
can't,
But
no, that's listen.
Can't imagine how much
here's
worse
the
it was
thing.
for-
Here's what's true. Ready? Grown-ups in the church need to be the grown-ups. We should not be asking the kids to be the grown-ups. We should be the grown-ups. There is not a time when an 18-year-old needs to handle that kind of thing when there is an adult in place. No, ma'am or sir.
Literally, it sucked the air out of the room.
yeah, I am really overwhelmed by that.
I was
But
thinking
anyhow,
I'm
when I
so
read
mad.
that he was an intern who had to fire an older intern, I was thinking it was like at a fast food restaurant or something.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Not
When he
like,
said
like a
Who's
predatory thing.
interning at a fast food restaurant, first of all? You don't intern
Great.
there.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
taking an
know.
unpaid summer internship at Burger
Yeah,
King.
I don't
Hey,
know.
do you know what the good thing is that we have from this is Isaiah's a good dude. Right.
yeah, that's right.
What ended up happening is that did not turn Isaiah from God or from ministry. It turned him to it. And
That's crazy.
that is a good takeaway from the story is that Isaiah had to do something he should have never had to do in a church setting that would make some people run away from a faith and particularly run away from the institution where they worked. And instead, Isaiah stuck with it and now impacts students' lives on a daily basis. And so I am for Isaiah.
I'd rather have Isaiah listening to the show than the senior pastor.
That is true. But I'll take a phone call from that guy too if he's not busy.
Yeah, offline. We ain't going to record that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weekly insanity of Listener of the Week, I mean, is just my favorite thing.
Hey,
all over
I'm
the
willing
place.
to
All over the
absolve.
place.
Hey, if anyone wants
No,
to take
Jesse,
over
nobody's-
picking.
No, Jesse, nobody's pointing fingers in your direction of not doing something right. I think it's just
Oh, no, I
it's
just-
insane.
Variety is good.
Yeah.
And we don't know what we read the things. We have certain assumptions of how it's going to go, and it never goes that way.
Well,
yeah, you
it's
just don't know
great.
what you're
I
going
would
to
say
get here.
this: I'm constantly surprised at the directions
Yeah.
they take.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
same. Same.
Well, Isaiah,
Samesies,
that was your
samesies.
segment.
I'm currently
I hope you
reading
feel
the
good about it,
villains
buddy.
from Bible Man,
Yeah.
the series.
Yeah.
We got Dr. Decepto.
Oh.
We got Too Cool for
Wait,
School.
the Fibbler and Dr. Decepto are different. Interesting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Dr.
No,
Decepto
they're
is a
two different
pastor
guys.
somewhere.
They
that
kind of ran
made
out of
Isaiah
ideas. Yeah.
fire an
Ludacris.
intern.
That's one.
Ludacris?
The cheater.
Wait, Ludacris the rapper?
No, it's spelled differently.
Oh.
I
Most
love
of them
that
are
guy.
misspelled. The Slacker.
Oh, yeah.
Super,
Sloth. Yeah.
Super Pro Game Master.
Oh, love
This
that.
villain was a cyborg with
Super Pro Game Master? Like he played
control
video games too
machines.
much?
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, kids.
My favorite's too cool for school. Like as if being too cool is a sin. You know,
Right.
last time I checked, that's totally fine.
Played by Jeff Durham.
Yeah.
Isn't that the puppet
No,
guy?
that can't be true.
Yeah. Too Cool for School was Jeff Durham.
No
that is-
way.
that is just painful.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Late 90s, early 2000s Christianity is just so cringeworthy.
Yeah.
So
Pop
we
culture
just heard a
Christianity.
story about it, I believe. So for sure, cringeworthy.
Oh, man.
Hey, many thanks to Lisa Bevere for joining us on this week's episode. Follow her on Twitter at Lisa Bevere.
We don't even have to thank her. We just acknowledge.
We just acknowledge
It was our pleasure.
Our pleasure, Lisa Bevere.
Lisa
Our
was on the
pleasure.
show. That's all we have to say. There is a general understanding that we acknowledge it.
Her book, Adamant, is available now. Go check it out. It will be your
Good
pleasure.
title.
No
So check
worries.
it out. No. Also, thanks to Squarespace for making the episode possible. Go to squarespace.com/relevant for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use the offer code relevant to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace. Hey, go support our sponsors for real. They make the show exist.
And they're great sponsors.
And it's a great product.
Yeah.
Great service. The new issue of Relevant is out now, featuring Aubrey Plaza on the cover. Some great articles with like Charlemagne the God and a bunch of other thoughtful content. Go check it out. You can read, you can view the entire issue at relevantmagazine.com, or if you want to get the paper edition, it's on newsstands nationwide. You can subscribe today at relevantmagazine.com. There's a good deal going on. Go check it out. On that note, we'll wrap things up. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Eddie Koffold.
Chandler Strain.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Annie F. Downs, and I'm still a little hot about that story, everybody.
You are burning up.
We're just all going to just hit stop on the player and just think about what just happened.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's just go into the weekend.
I honestly had the interns from The Office, like Plop and whatever they called it, like these comical gang of interns put in awkward situations.
Oh, I'm with you. I thought
Same.
like another intern like threw a water balloon at an
Totally.
old lady. They had to fire
Put
her.
a lobster in
funny.
their
Totally.
bed or something like
Yeah,
that.
just something
I
to
thought the
lobster
same thing,
and-
Jess.
Right.
Well,
One intern shot one of the employees with a bottle rocket in the
Right,
face.
right.
You know, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
A note to future listeners of the week: if that's where it's heading, you're still really interesting without it.
Yeah,
You know what
unless
I'm
your
saying?
name,
Like, we'll just-
unless your name is Chris Hansen, that's
Or
not all
One-Eyed
that is.
Pete.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're One-Eyed Pete, give us a call.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Sleep was never an easy thing for me. That's the time my mind goes wild. I should write it down, let it out, but that would be too productive after all. Just continue lying on the ceiling, staring at the floor. But do as I say, not as I do. That's what my father would say when he cursed, and now I say it to you.
Thank you for listening to the Relevant Podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to leave us a review on iTunes. Check out other shows from the Relevant Podcast Network in the podcast section at relevantmagazine.com. And while you're there, browse exclusive podcast merchandise at our online store. Make sure to subscribe to Relevant Magazine. Info is available at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
Like what? Well, I just got my pleasure. What do I do here?
Relevant Podcast Network.
Calling all podcasters, musicians, vloggers, and reporters, and everyone else who wants crystal clear recording that's super portable. The Shure Motive family of microphones makes studio quality audio that's as simple as plug and play. Many of the world's top podcasters rely on Shure, and with a Motive line of iOS and USB microphones, portability is now your friend. Imagine being able to get great audio quickly and easily from your phone, tablet, or computer. Simply visit shure.com/motive to start getting great audio for your content now. That's SHURE.com/MOTIV.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.